Then pairing effort quietly. Then we address. Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, distinguished educators, researchers, students, and professionals in early childhood education. The title for today's topic is Shyness, Withdrawal, and Anxiety, Giving Quiet Children a Voice. I am Dr. Bashir Ali Muhammad, and this is day 32 of our 90-day structured professional series in early childhood on behavior, environment, and learning. Let me begin with a reflective questions. When a child is quiet in class, do we assume everything is fine? Silence can be peaceful, but silence can also be a signal that the child is looking for something that will make him or keep him active. Today's message is important. Not all quiet children are comfortable. Some are struggling silently. So professional educators must learn to notice both noise and the silent children so that they can know where and what to be given to them. Firstly, understanding shyness and withdrawal. In early childhood, shyness can be developmental and is normal. Some children are naturally reserved. However, persistent withdrawal may include social anxiety, fear of judgment, low confidence, language difficulty, emotional insecurity, and difficulty in adjusting to environment. When a child finds himself in a new environment, so there's something that we regard as social anxiety because he's not feel secure with the children. He will not be able to interact with them socially, and also the fear of judgment. Maybe a child committed something wrong and brought to the teacher. So at that very moment, a child may become silent or may feel shyness that will stop him from saying something, and that will not allow him to have a confidence. Then the language difficulty. If a child doesn't have a language, he doesn't have a vocabulary, so he or she may not be able to express himself or herself as is supposed to be expressed. Then the emotional insecurity. If the place or the environment is not too well secured to the child, so that child will not be able to also express himself. Then the difficulty in adjusting to environment. As I have said, when a child finds himself in a new environment, it's not necessarily for him to do as we wanted him or her to do. Let me say something very important. Our quickness is not always confidence. It may be caution. It may be a caution. A professional observation distinguish between the temperament from the distress. Therefore, in the second, the risk of ignoring quiet children. There is a risk for ignoring a quiet children in the class. In many classrooms, attention is focused primarily on destructive behaviors. Active children receive corrections, but quiet children may receive little engagement. Those who are noise maker, those who are very active, are receiving the teacher's attention far more than the way that the quiet children are receiving attention. But quiet children may receive a little engagement over this time, and this it may lead to reduced participation, weak language development, because if they are having this problem, they will not be able to have what we call language development. The language development is giving the children a right chances to learn extremely excellent. It will also lead to what we call social isolation. If a child is very quiet, you may find such kind of children isolated themselves from the other children because they don't want any interruption, any interrupting something. And they are performing very low academically, and their confidence also are very low. So it also increases the internal anxiety. The internal anxiety. If they intend to do or to say something, their heart starts beating. So that will not allow them to express themselves. Every child deserves intentional inclusion. In childhood education, no child that is supposed to be left behind. They all need to be included. Including them, that what will at least promote them developmentally, socially, morally, and academically. Participation builds confidence. The confidence builds competence. Number three, there's what we call gentle strategy to support quiet learners. Supporting shy and withdrawn children requires sensitivity, not fragile. You should not pressurize the children to learn. What is required is sensitivity. The effective approach, which include pairing the supportive peers. You pair them with somebody or children that can assist them to learn better. Using small group discussion before the whole class sharing. If you can apply this, you will see changes in your children and how they will be learning faster. Providing predictable routines. You give them work, you give them an assignment by asking them in advance that next day it should be your turn. Make sure that you have come with something very tangible that is right. Then pairing effort quietly. Then if you pair him with his colleagues, the upper leadership role gradually, you assign the quiet children a role of leadership. Ask them to please lead the group. By appointing him or her to lead the group, definitely he or she must find something to say and must find something to tell that group. Gradually, he is going to become a very active learner. Given advance notice before asking them, you better give them notice that yes, we'll be asking you in the next day. You are the one to answer our assignment tomorrow. So that child will try to struggle to see how he's going to respond to that questions before tomorrow. Participation. If you force a child to participate, may increase anxiety. Gradual exposure builds confidence. Gradually expose the child gradually, not forcing him to participate. Respectful encouragement is more effective than public pressure. Do not pressurize your child to speak up. Gradual exposure is needed. A practical illustration for today's topic. Imagine asking quiet child to answer suddenly in front of the class. This may be very difficult, not only the child, even we that as an adult, if we pose with uninterrupted questions, we may feel a lot of anxiety and emotional controlling difficulties before we even respond to that question, not to talk of the child. The child may freeze or withdraw further. A supporting alternative would be discuss the question privately first. You have to discuss the question with the child privately. Allow the child to share in a small group. Let the child share his idea with a small group. Gradually build toward whole class participation. Success experiences reduce fear. Fear decreases through positive repetition. Fear decrease through positive repetition. Number 4, language and emotional security. Some quiet children struggle due to limited vocabulary or language confidence. You encourage them by what? Storytelling in a smaller group. Encourage him by asking him or her to tell a story in a smaller group. Open-ended prompts. Let's give them a chance to talk on their own, to give the story or to do something on their own. That will give them confidence to start speaking in front of their peers. Verbal participation, like drawing, pointing. You can ask a child to come out and draw something on the board. Ask a child to come out and point something from the board. So that participation, that nonverbal participation will build courage and confidence in them. Then gentle correction. When it comes to giving correction to the children, do not harass them. Respect them, give them confidence while you are giving them correction. Safety proceed aspiration. If they know that they are secured, they will proceed toward to aspiration. Children speak when they feel secured. The children, go back, look at your children of one year to 2 years and see how they are communicating with their mother while the father is not at home. But when the father came back to home, if they were asked to talk, they will not talk. They will not talk. So at least when they feel secured, they are talking. Professional classroom builds psychological safety intentionally. So you have to build a safety in them. So when they feel that they are secured, they are safe, then they will talk. Reflection for educators. Ask yourself, as usual, do I engage quiet children intentionally? Do I confuse silence with comfort? Do I create safe opportunity for exploration? So if you are not doing this as an educator, kindly please go back and try this to see a wonderful result. Do I balance attention between active and reserved learners? If you are not balancing the attention between the active and the reserved learners, meaning that you are not carrying your classroom alone, you have to do so. Professional fairness include listening beyond noise. Listening beyond noise. Even those that are not making noise or they are not talking, you have to consider them and talk to them. All children deserve a voice. All children deserve a voice. You can apply this tomorrow. Identify one quiet child. Invite participation in a low pressure setting. Provide encouragement privately. Offer a manageable speaking opportunity. Reinforce effort positively. If you can do this, you will see a dramatic and wonderful changes in the child. Observe small progress. Confidence develops gradually. A deeper insight for today's topic, anxiety, shyness, and withdrawal in early childhood can intensify if ignored. If we cannot be able to tackle the issue of shyness, anxiety, and withdrawal in early childhood, then the issue will intensify. Meaning that if we ignore it, the child of his adulthood will not run away from this problem. But early support strengthens resilience. When child feels safe, valued, supported, respected, they begin to engage. Inclusion includes emotional inclusion. We have to include our children emotionally. Sometimes they don't even know how they have come into that interaction. Their emotional feeling drag them into the matter. In conclusion, not every struggle child disrupts. Some struggle quietly. Professional educators must notice silence, encourage gently, build confidence steadily. Strong classrooms are balanced. Noise is guided. Silence is supported. Tomorrow, we address another critical issue, bullying in early childhood, preventing harm before it becomes pattern. I remain Dr. Bashir Ali Muhammad. Thank you for your attention. See you on day 33.